Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com, helping you create something awesome today in 2018. Welcome to another year. Today, I want to give you some advice on getting started in whatever you want to do. There is a lot of advice that I give here on the channel in different videos on how to get started in this thing or that thing, but a lot of you in general really just need to hear a message about how to get started because you're holding back, you're not realizing your potential, or there's some kind of fear or anxiety that you have that's keeping you from executing and launching on the thing that you're meant to do. This is not a rah-rah cheerleading session. This is not your typical motivational video. This is something that I think a lot of you need to hear because there's a lot of actual practicality in what I'm about to tell you as far as just executing. There's a real chance that if you're watching this video, you're the type of person who might have bought a ton of online courses, read a lot of books, listens to podcasts day in and day out, but still hasn't actually launched, still hasn't written that book that you've been planning, still hasn't started uploading videos to YouTube every single week, hasn't made that podcast and lined up your first series of interviews, hasn't sat down and really thought about building out your business and writing an actual business plan, writing an actual marketing agenda, figuring out a product development cycle. There's a lot of things that you could actually be doing right now that will make a difference in your life, that will be the difference between making $0 extra a day and making the extra $30 a day that will add up every single day to another $900 a month, that will add up every month for the rest of the year to another 10,000 change dollars a year that will change your life. And it's not the raise that you'll be able to ask for your boss. You can give it to yourself if you just get started. One of the things that's holding you back is that speed of execution is much more important than having some big overarching win. Too many of you are looking to tackle some big thing that looks good, that impresses people. You're looking to get your first 1,000 or 10,000 subscribers in YouTube before you make a real move. You're looking to get some acknowledgement or some kind of shout out from somebody. You're looking to land a big account or get a big client, or you're looking to get your first paying gig instead of just getting a gig. There's so much that you could be doing right now that sets you up for success in real world terms, and speed plays a big role. What can you do today? It's not an accident that I say create something awesome today. It's just not an accident. It is very intentional. This shirt says always be creating because that's exactly what you should be doing. You should always be creating new opportunities for yourself. You should always be creating points of leverage for yourself. And in terms of, well, that sounds great, Roberto, but how do I actually do that? Well, one of the things that I did to position myself for success is before any of you ever saw me on YouTube, I was writing articles and blog posts. And eventually that led to opportunities to get a few minor sponsorships on my website. It led to me getting a few minor opportunities in terms of paid writing. That was extra money that I didn't have that was making a real difference for me. It also was building up my experience. It was giving me skills that were gonna get me somewhere later. Most of the skills that I make a lot of money on today are things that I invested in from the time I was 13 years old to 18 years old that weren't making me a crap ton of money there, but made a real huge difference in my overall life. A lot of you are crying about the adpocalypse right now, and I get it, and it's a real problem, and I've talked about it, and I have sympathy for it, but I also am remembering 6 years before YouTube ever existed, and back when we didn't have a lot of great technology and a lot of free apps, I remember making videos 6 years before YouTube ever existed and hosting them on AngelFire and GeoCities and crappy websites and things of that nature. I remember struggling through the clunkier interfaces and having to learn about editing codecs and a lot of stuff before YouTube ever existed, and there was no way to monetize and make ad money off of any of that back then. And I am so grateful for that because I learned editing chops, and by the time YouTube existed, then it was something that was useful and valuable and made a real difference in my overall life and business and career, and it helped me get where I am. So a skill that I made no upfront money on for 6 years before YouTube existed ended up not only helping me in YouTube, but also with freelance gigs when I needed money at the time to be a freelance editor. So again, I invested in that skill and I shared a body of work online before I was ever able to capitalize on it with passive income and ad revenue. So again, there's a lot of people that tell me that they're not getting started, and I bring this up because it's one more thing, one more excuse that stops the execution of getting started. Oh, is it okay to start a YouTube channel with the adpocalypse and with the algorithm? It's like, I don't know. Do you think it'd be worthwhile to have 100 videos that proves that you're good at something, that proves that you're funny as an actor or actress, or proves that you have knowledge of this thing or that thing, or that puts you out there and puts you on people's radar? I don't know. Does it? Is it worth doing? There are a lot of you that say you don't think you can execute or do something because you don't have a following, you don't have enough people follow you in Twitter or Instagram or social media, you have no like real leverage there and everything like that. You know what your leverage is? Your leverage is your body of work. 5 or 6 years ago, none of you knew who I was. There were opportunities that I was getting well before I had 100,000 subscribers in YouTube, because a lot of people will sit there and they'll say that that's the reason that I'm successful. The reason I'm successful isn't because of the number of subscribers I have in YouTube. The reason I'm successful is because there's over 1,000 pieces in the internet of my body of work. There are opportunities that come to me in platforms where I have a lot less traction, like Twitter and Instagram and LinkedIn, where people still haven't seen my video content or still haven't seen my subscriber count because YouTube keeps shrinking the visibility of that subscriber count. And I'm so happy that they do that. Build up your skills. If you want to get started in something, you need to build up your skills, and you don't need to be a master. A lot of people are playing this jack of all trades versus master of none narrative, and a lot of it's a false narrative that I will make a dedicated video about. And what I will tell you is that good enough is good enough. What a lot of you haven't heard that you need to hear is that you're probably good enough at something to start making money at it. I know people who would be a C or a 60 or 70 percentile at something that makes 6 figures at that thing because they execute on it and they show up, and they're more consistent than other people who might be an A level or A rank or better than them, but are not better communicators or not better salespeople than them, are not more present than them. And so they're leveraging their skill that isn't even a master level of skill and deploying it in a way that makes them a lot of money. And there are a lot of you who refuse to get started because you won't accept that you're probably good enough to do something. You're probably good enough to make something that someone will buy. You're probably good enough for somebody to hire. You're staying there judging yourself a lot harsher than the actual market will do, because to the person who can't do the thing that you do, the person who's not a wizard at Photoshop, the person who can't write their way out of a paper bag, the person who can't draw for crap, the person who has no idea how a camera works and will get a panic attack, the person who like every one of their shots will be out of focus. You could be average at those things, but to that person who's a 0 at it, you being a 50, a 60, a 70% at it, to them makes you a god. Your mindset, your lack of optimism around what you do and how well you do it or how much you are passionate about it is the thing that is holding you back. It is the thing that will make or break you in 2018, 2019, 2020. There are many of you that aren't doing the thing that you're meant to do, the thing that you're passionate about, the thing that you care most about in the world. There are plenty of you that aren't here talking about Star Wars or Harry Potter when you love it and you're excited about it and can build a community of people to relate to, because you're worried about the people in the peanut gallery, the friends or the family members or the people at school who are gonna judge you, who are gonna pick on you, who don't have the courage to do the thing that they care about either. Don't let people who are cowards bully you out of being brave enough to execute on your vision and your plan in life and the thing that you care about the most. Don't let them talk you out of it, because they're already talking themselves out of having the life that they want, and they're just passing that misery on to you. If I had listened to my hecklers, if I had listened to the people who didn't believe in me, if I had listened to the people who didn't have my back, I would have none of the success or any of the things I have today. I wouldn't have been able to build a 6-figure business. I wouldn't have been able to become a public speaker. I wouldn't become a YouTube certified expert. I wouldn't have been able to earn the respect and the relationships that I have in different industries today if I had listened to the negative people in my life or to the negative comments, the negative criticism. There are a lot of you that you're letting the fear of being judged hold you back. And the thing is, ultimately at the end of the day, you're probably the harshest judge of your own work, but it doesn't matter if you don't have any work to show in the first place. You don't need more motivation. You don't need more info products. You don't need to be binge watching 3 hours of information that you're not gonna spend 30 minutes executing on. What you need to do is very simple. I could have actually summed it up in the first 10 seconds of this video. You only need to do one thing. Go out there and create something awesome today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to kick off 2018 with a bang. I feel like this video accomplished that. Again, this was probably a little intense, but I feel like it's the kick in the pants some of you need. Execution matters. Do something that is relatively easy for you to do, that you can do very quickly, get a win under your belt, build your body of work, put yourself out there. Do not worry about being judged. I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have a mindset that was based in optimism and positivity and success, and in the reality of the work that I've done and my confidence in myself. And that's not something I was able to do just overnight. So I understand that you might need to have more patience with yourself than anything in the world. And so I want you guys to take this, to heart. I want you guys to feel encouraged by it. And if you have questions, definitely leave those in the comment section. If you feel like you need some more support, there are probably places in social media in terms of Facebook groups and Twitter conversations and things of that nature where you can get it, because I also understand that some of you are either in households or small towns where you don't feel like you're getting the support that you really need and able to move forward and to feel confident about what you do. And I'm very sympathetic to that. It was my own situation, and I hope that this community, especially around the content and the comments and the places that I am active in social media, I hope that's offered you some of that support. And there are things that I'm trying to work on to bring more of this community together. So that was my message to kick off 2018. I hope you guys got some real value out of it. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome content on the channel. It's here to help you with the skills you need in order to create things and share them with the world. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching. And don't forget, like I always say, go out there and create something awesome today. Best of luck in 2018. Take care.